Okay, so today is Thursday, December 21st. It's almost Christmas, which it's weird because I remember like as a kid, I would actively be counting down like, oh boy, there's 13 days, because I guess that's probably how I sounded as a kid. There's 13 days till Christmas. It's so close. And then now as an adult, I just kind of blink and go, oh shit, yeah, we're in December. It is almost Christmas. And my days, like, I don't really, it's not like I hate Christmas now or anything, but it's not like I'm actively counting the days, looking forward to it. It just kind of sneaks up on me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Duh. But, Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'll actually make a Christmas video. What is that, Monday? Maybe I will just watch Mobile Suit Gundam on Christmas and be like, Merry Christmas, everybody. Gundam! War Crimes! Oh, that actually sounds like kind of fun. Like, just such a weird fucking thing. Like, because I know I've said it a couple times. I remember watching Giant Robo around this time last year. I don't think I watched it on Christmas. I don't think I did the video on it. I think I tried to do my Trails in the Sky SC video on Christmas. I think I was able to record most of it, but I wasn't able to get all of it. I remember that video actually being really hard for me to record. Surprisingly, like, it's my favorite game of all time. You would think I'd be able to talk about that really naturally, and I'm like, I can't do it right. I can't say words right, even more so than usual. But I did it, and I remember feeling very happy and satisfied with it when I was done. Fun fact, I really didn't have a lot on... I have notes for it now, but usually throughout the week, I'll just kind of start writing shit down. Like, oh, that's a neat thing that happened. I'll maybe talk about that on Thursday. Or here's some progress I made. I should talk about this on Thursday. I didn't do any of that this week. And yesterday I was like, oh shit, the fuck did I do in the past 7 days? But I do have a bit of a list. So, I mean, it's just kind of going by my usual categories. Like, in terms of writing, have I finished a chapter? No. But I am making progress, and I'm hoping the chapter I'm on right now, probably not today, but hopefully in the next couple hopefully in the next couple days, I can get this chapter done. Still always looking at artists, because there's so many fucking good ones out there. But I have one that I think I really like. They've done... okay. There's one that I really... Sorry, I just got a text that it threw me off for a second. They've done a character for me. I'm gonna have them do another character for me, and they said they've accepted that. And I'm looking forward to it. Like, possibly we found the guy, or I don't know what gender they are. I use guy as a pretty gender-neutral term. For me, it kind of is, but I understand why other people it wouldn't be, but I think I maybe found the person, but we'll see. Video games. I played Pokemon. Played the shit out of Pokemon. That's kind of it. I haven't started AI yet. I haven't started the Kuro 2 post game yet. I'm like, my plan that I wanted to do was, I don't want to play Kuro 2's post game and solely focus on it. Because, like, fuck, what was the dungeon called? It's not Mementos, that's Persona 5. The Garden, thank you. The Garden during the main game felt so mindless and soulless, and just go kill shit for a long time, and eventually you'll kind of just do what you need to do. I just didn't find it fun. I found it really tedious. I'm like, I don't want to do it and only do it. I want to have something else going on in the background. However, the problem is, I have Kuro 2 on my laptop, and my laptop, as I have found out, doesn't run it super well, because, like, there have been times where I've just played it on the computer, no bullshit, and it would work, and then the frame rate just craps, and it's almost unplayable. I have to plug it into the TV. There it works fine, but I have to do that, which means I can't have Kuro 2 on and throw on a movie or throw on an anime. So I was like, okay, well, I'm now interested in listening to Worm. Maybe I could just have that on in the background, like listen to an audiobook about superheroes and bugs and shit. while fighting. Yeah, that sounds really nice. And if you saw, I made a video on Arc 1 yesterday. I finished Arc 2 last night as well. I'm doing half of that. I'm listening to Worm. It's like, I'm listening to that, but I'm not playing Kuro 2. The fucking whoops. And I haven't started AI. I still want to. I just want to get Kuro 2 done first. I just haven't done it yet. Hopefully soon. In terms of reading projects, so remember how I was reading Clannad? I'm still supposed to be doing that? I'm just getting bored of it. And I hate saying that because, like, the anime is genuinely one of my favorites. And some of these story arcs I really like. I love Fuko's story. It's one of the only times reading the VN where I'm like, I am so consistently entertained by this because Fuko is hilarious. And her story is really, really fucking sad. I'm like, it's giving me what I want out of Clannad. Just weird people being entertaining as fuck and also giving me the feels. Then there's the romance aspect, which with Fuko feels like it comes right the fuck out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't buy this for a second, but sure, dog. Okay. I feel like the arcs, some of them in particular, just feel really long. Okay, even some of the short ones, like Kape, who's the one person who's not in the anime. I know his arc really isn't that long, but maybe it's just because I just kept thinking, this dude is so fucking annoying, I don't care. It felt like it was going on forever. And the problem I have with a VN is that I want to say, there's no real gauge for how far I am. It's not like a book where I can just say, okay, I'm on page 200, there's 700 left, but I know I only have 4 pages left in the chapter. So I always have an idea of where I am in terms of the whole book, the chapter as a whole, or maybe in like a particular arc or so. You don't get that in a VN, so I feel like at least for me, VNs just feel that much longer and that much of a slog to get through. I've read some really good ones this year. Sea Cats is long as fuck. Sea Cats is a slog to get through, but it's so worth it because the story is so good, the characters are so interesting, and the production value with the music and the sound effects and the voice acting, it is all... Fate to me is very, very, very similar. It's a fantastic story to read, all 3 of them. Although I've got my problems with them, of course I do. Overall, I'm like, I love this shit so much. And once an arc in Fate really gets going, I can't put it down. With Clannad, I just feel like I'm reading it and going, this is fine, but can I just be done with this arc now? And that's not a good sign. I don't really... Like, there's a part of me that goes, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore. Like, I've given it its fair shake. I still love the anime. I think I'm good. And the other part of me goes, I do really want to read After Story, but I do all this shit before I can read After Story. And I'm saving Nagisa for last, which I know is going to be super duper fucking long as hell. But maybe reading Nagisa, the actual main route, will kind of make me go, okay, it's really good. I think for me the big problem is, I know I've said this before, at least when it comes to something like Fate, where I've seen the anime, I feel like I'm getting a completely different experience in the VN, and I feel like it's a far better experience. With Clannad, I feel like, no, I've seen this shit in the anime, and maybe it's because I can actually see Okazaki's face and actually hear his voice acting. I feel a lot more engaged with him as a character, but I feel like the actual pacing of the narratives and how they intertwine is actually done pretty well. Like, yeah, you don't get all the scenes of fucking Tomoyo sucking face in the anime. Oh, well, what a big loss. But I feel like it feels a lot more natural rather than, okay, well, time to do this route, so I gotta fucking start everything over and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not gonna quit yet, mostly because I do really want to read After Story. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I just don't know how much I want to keep going. Worm, on the other hand, I am enjoying. I think I said it before. A friend of mine recommended it to me. It was either earlier this year or late. I think it was late last year. I was like, that's kind of interesting. I don't know when I'll get to it. I don't know if I'll get to it. But that sounds kind of interesting. Like, I put a pin in it. It just kind of filed away back here. And at some point, I think I had written it down. It's like, that's kind of something I'm interested in. Maybe I'll get to it. Maybe I won't. And then as I was thinking of shit to do next year, I was like, I went ahead and wrote it down. Like, I am kind of interested in it. It came back in my head. Let's go. And then my brain said, oh shit, you could listen to it as an audiobook. And it can maybe help distract you from how much you fucking hate Kuro 2. That's great. But as an audiobook, I'm like, oh, I can just listen to this whenever. If I'm going for a walk, like to go for a walk, to get food, or I'm going to go buy a Powerball ticket, I can listen to this. If I'm going on a drive because I'm going to go pick up food, or I need to go run some errands, or I just want to go on a drive, I can listen to the audiobook. If I'm sitting down and saying, fuck it, I want to listen to the audiobook, I can do that. If I'm playing with my cat and he's just sitting on me saying, I just want to cuddle with my dad, I can listen to the audiobook. Like, this is so nice. I can't do that with Glenna. I can't use my fucking Switch when I'm driving. Hell no. I can do it with this. Like that. And granted, it's gonna start getting long. It's not gonna be like, all right, the next one's 10 hours. I can do that in a day. I mean, theoretically I can. I'm awake for 10 hours in a day. Hopefully at minimum. But I don't want to do that much unless I'm like, dude, I can't fucking put this down. Which, I mean, it'd be great if I got to that point. I'm still really liking it. I think that's kind of where it is. I don't think I'm at the point yet where I'm like, dude, this is amazing. I can't put it down. But it's really convenient to have on. And I do want to see where it's going. I'm having a pretty fun time with it. And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, like I did start it. I went ahead and finished book 1. He was so fucking excited. He's like, dude, I have had no one to talk to about this story with. I'm so excited. I'm like, okay, that makes me more excited to read it then. It's like, I know that feeling. I don't think any of my friends have watched RWBY as I fucking marathoned the series. Like, I can talk to someone about it. I talked to Clay about it. I vented to Clay about shit in RWBY. But, like, I don't have a friend nearby, or unless there is someone in my friend group that's seen it. I just don't know. But there's no one I can be like, dude, can we talk about this? Can we talk about some of this really good shit that happened, or some of those dumb shit that happened? I understand the position he's in. I'm like, I want to do him a solid. So getting into RWBY, I learned something the other day. I think it was yesterday, actually, is when I got it confirmed. I thought Volume 10 had been confirmed already. Deadass, I thought I looked into it, and there wasn't a, like, release date or anything, but I thought I had heard that, yeah, Volume 10 has been confirmed, or it's been greenlit. Apparently it hasn't, because I see every now and then it's like hashtag like greenlight volume 10. I was like, I'm kind of confused. I thought it was. Oh, it's not. Oh, this is not coming out next year. I don't think it's been started. And now there's a lot of talk that there's a chance it gets funded. There's a chance it might have to be crowdfunded. There's a chance that instead of it being a show, maybe it'll have to be in like a comic book or a graphic novel. I'm like, you're telling me spent all this time watching this shit and it might not even fucking finish? You mean right as I got to the point where I'm like, fuck, it got really good and I really want to know what's going to happen. Now I don't get to know. What is this shit? Salem, I don't know who to blame for this. Fuck. I was like, what is this bullshit? I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I would hate to read a Ruby graphic novel. And I don't mean that as anything against graphic novels. I don't think I've read a lot, but the little bits I have read, I'm like, yeah, graphic novels kind of kick ass. So I'm like, if you have a graphic novel, you know what you don't have? You don't have the music. And I really like Ruby music. It's like, yeah, here's volume 10 as a comic, but where's the opening? Where's the badass opening sequence with the great music? This is shit. I don't get the voice acting. And the voice acting has grown on me a lot. And I feel like, yeah, I'm still going to be hearing it in my head. Like, yeah, this is what Ruby sounds like. This is how she would say this line. But especially after season 9, I'm like, man, missing out on the voice actors feels like a fucking crime. Excuse me. And also, I mean, I feel like something is going to be lost with the fights, not actually being able to see the full choreography. Maybe they can improve the choreography and like that sense of weight and make it more in Monty's style. Like, now that we don't have to animate it, we can really try to incorporate more of the momentum and recoil just through the use of still images, which I don't think is going to work as well, don't get me wrong, but maybe the recoil can be a bit different. Like, it'd be interesting, but I don't think it would work. I'll be honest, like I said, I'm invested now. I want to know what's going to happen and where it's going to go. So it's like, yeah, here's Ruby Volume 10, the graphic novel. Well, shit, I'm going to buy it. But there's also just that, really? Did all this shit to get caught up and it might not even finish? No. But speaking of things that finished, and speaking of graphic novels, I watched Hilda Season 3! I remember, like, I've seen everything else. I've seen Season 1, Season 2, the movie. It's all good shit. I really like it. Jose sent me an image, and it's it's of Hilda standing on, like, a mountain or on a cliff, holding Fiona from Fiona and Cake by the neck, and below them is just all of these other animated female protagonists. Like, I think I noticed the Amphibia Trio, She-Ra, Star. I know there was others. I don't know if I recognized them. And I laughed so fucking hard at that. Like, she was doing the fucking Kazuya Mishima shit. It's like, yes, I am the champion. It's kind of warranted. Like, the show's great. I really, really like it. And then I watched the series finale, because I did, it's 8 episodes in the final season, which can best be described as 4 episodes, it's 7 episodes, and then a movie, because the last episode it's 70 minutes, 70 something, it's about an hour and 20 minutes, so it's about 80 minutes, it's about the length of Bambi, more or less, maybe a little bit more, so my plan was 4 episodes, 3 episodes, and then watch the movie. It was great. I really like the music, I really like the character designs, I love Hilda's boots. They're just fucking great. I love how, even when the show isn't pleasant, I love how pleasant it is. Okay, here's the best way of saying it. It's super pleasant because British accents, and that just helps. But it feels so sincere. Like, I love Gravity Falls. Don't get me wrong, I think Gravity Falls is great. Gravity Falls, to me, works because of how fucking cynical it is. There are moments of sincerity, like Mabel at the end of Not What He Seems. Like, it is there. But the cynicism is what makes it so, and like the mean-spiritedness is what makes it so funny. What makes, for me, Hilda so enjoyable, though, is that it is so sincere. Here's a kid that just likes going on adventures. She lives in a world with supernatural shit, and she's like, cool, I want to go experience that. I want to see this thing, I want to see this thing, I want to do this thing. And she's got her friends who are more or less on board, and the adventures they go on. And it's fun. It's really, really fun. And like I said, I really like the music, and I really like the art. I think the backgrounds are super pretty. I cried during the last episode. I was like, damn. Damn, this finale got hands. Damn, this Joanna backstory got some hands. Holy shit. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's fantastic. It is... let's see. Anything else? Okay. So talking about channel video stuff. I did my Ruby tier list. That was all one day. It was really fucking long, but I did it. I don't know when I'm gonna do the Ghibli list. Oh, excuse me. I am planning on doing it sometime within the next few days. That would be a nice Christmas thing. Off the top of my head, I can't think of like a Christmas-themed Ghibli movie. Well, I guess there's a little bit in Whisper of the Heart, because I remember there's a point where... No, yeah, because it's all about, like, presents. Yeah, Whisper of the Heart is kind of a Christmas movie. Tokyo Godfathers is a Christmas movie, but that's a Cone movie, not a Ghibli movie, and Tokyo Godfathers is so fucking good. I'm probably going to end up watching it again on Christmas. I think I have a copy of it. I have that in Perfect Blue. I don't have Millennium Actress, and I don't have Paprika, but I've seen all four of them. Perfect Blue is my favorite of the four. Anyways. Sorry. I was trying to transition and then my brain just went, no, you have nothing to transition into. Try again. Okay, let me try again. Ghibli in the next few days. Maybe I will do it on Christmas because that just sounds kind of nice. But watching Gundam on Christmas just kind of sounds funny to me. So we'll see how we do that. I still haven't recorded Klonoa's Xenosaga 3. I plan on doing that soon. The Ruby tier list is done. I do want to do a tier list for Ruby characters, but I'm not going to record it. I'm just going to post it. The reason for that is, boy, just talking about the 9 volumes, the 2 Justice League specials, and Ice Queendom was about 5 fucking hours of just recording. Not including me, like, alright, I need to fucking take 5 in between, which could be anywhere from, like, 5 minutes to, like, 15, so I could unwind. I don't know. I mean, Ghibli's gonna be super fucking long, too. I'm like, I don't know how long a full character list for this show is gonna be with how many fucking characters there are. Also, if you watch my tier list of the seasons... I even said this, I'm like, I feel like you probably have a pretty fucking good idea of where most characters are going to be. I don't think I need to elaborate too much more after that, but I would like to at least kind of sit down myself and think, where do I rank some of these characters? I think it'd be fun to do, so I think it's something I would just want to post. Ghibli, I do want to full on record. My 2023 tier list, my everything tier list, as I've kind of been calling it. I mean, obviously not a tier list of everything, but everything I did this year. I know I said I wanted to record it. I don't know if I should. That's gonna be long. And I mean, long. There's like damn near 200 things on that list. And I feel like some of it I can kind of speed run. When I'm like, okay, all the Symphogear seasons. I made a video talking about Symphogear in general, and I gave my season ranking. Blah, 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 blah. DreamWorks. I've talked about all of these movies, and I've done a tier list. Blah, 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 blah. And like, some of them I know I can get through quickly, but there's still so much other shit that I'm like, maybe I should just post it and upload it. I don't know if I want to record all that. Let me know if you do prefer me to just like, alright, just post it, it's fine, or if, no, you should talk through it, because I probably should. Let me know what you think would be better. I will say, it was last week, my picks for week 15, because I posted my week 16 picks yesterday, and I'm like, do I really think the Jaguars are going to beat the Bucks? With how both teams are playing right now, no, but fingers crossed. Like, I really want the Bucks to lose, and like the Saints and the Rams, they can. We probably won't, but we can. Sorry. But the one I posted last week actually got a lot of interaction of people commenting, and that just felt really nice. There were definitely quite a few of, you're a fucking idiot for this pick. And you know what? Some of those picks I was a fucking idiot for. I was like, yeah, the Dolphins did a lot of stupid shit last week, and they don't have Tyreek. You know what? Maybe they can get upset by the Jets. I believe that can happen. They just won 30-0. I am a fool. But it felt kind of nice. I liked that. What the fuck does that say? Oh, that's what that says. Sorry, again, couldn't read my handwriting. I think that's about all there is to say. The Survivor finale was yesterday. I'm going to make a video on that. I'm probably actually about to start recording that here in a second. I think that's it. So I will see you the next time I see you. Have a happy Thursday. Have a very happy holiday season.